well do you know your word? How well do you know the Bible? Do you read a chapter a day at least? Do you read a verse a day? So those things that we don't want to do, we do. And those things that we need to do, we don't do. We're so bold to sin, but yet we're so afraid to worship Him in church. We're afraid to open our mouths in church, but yet we're so bold to curse at someone real loud or scream, but we can't do this here at church. We are so bold to look, to touch things that we're not supposed to touch, but we're afraid to do things for the Lord here in church. People nowadays hide in a box in the world that they think everything is perfect. They want to seem like everything is perfect. Nobody wants to be real anymore. They want everyone to see you as, I'm okay, I got everything's good. No, when you start telling them who you are, who you really are, they believe you. They connect with you. I'm always smiling. Why? Because I know who God is in my life. God is my Father. Though my father and mother forsake and abandon me, the Lord will receive me. I live this. I know what it is to feel alone, what it is to feel deserted, abandoned, but my God, my Father taught me to abide in Him. I know what it is to have this house. My bedroom was a bedroom of dreams. I had like over 20-something Barbie dolls. My walls were all decorated with dolls. I mean, every girl on the block came to my house because they wanted to play in my room. I had all of that, and all of a sudden it was just taken away from me in a blink of an eye. But, like I was saying, many nights I fell asleep crying, praising and hugging my Bible, like if it was God I was hugging. Because He was the only one that I could depend on. Your mother, your father, your friends, your leaders, they all could fail you. All of them. But who doesn't fail you? God doesn't fail you. He never failed me. Why can't we give Him all the honor and glory? Oh, but I'm just a quiet person. That's a lie. That's a big lie. Because that used to be me. That's not me no more. Because I know who God is in my life. I know where He took me out from, and I know what He has done. So how can I stay quiet? How, when I come to church and we only have 2 hours sometimes here, we want to be on our phones, we want to chit-chat with our friends, we want to go walk around, go to the bathroom every 5 minutes. I know some people have problems, because I have problems, I have to go use the bathroom. I understand that, but my goodness. We're coming to church to worship God, and we don't give Him 100%. We sometimes give Him 25%. I asked you if you read a chapter today. Are you going to tell me yes? This is your Creator who wrote this for you to read. That's your instructions for here on earth, and we don't take advantage of it. We'd rather sit home and watch TV. We'd rather sit home and play with our games. We'd rather sit home and do something else than sit and get to know who God is in our life. When I asked you 2 or 3 weeks ago, who is God in your life? I was hoping that you guys in your head were already thinking who He is. If not, start asking Him from an experience. So when I come at the end of the year and I ask you, who's God to you now? You could come and say to me, you know what? This happened to me. I know who God is in my life. The air you breathe. Why? Because you woke up this morning. He's the one who allows you to wake up. He's the one who breathes life into you every single morning. Do you understand that? You don't live for you anymore. You live for Him. He was the one who carried that cross. He was the one who got beat up, spit at, punched, kicked. What can you give Him? What can we give Him? When we're here and we're gathered here, this is where we give Him our best. Not just come here because Mommy and Daddy want me to. Not just come here because I want to show face. You're being a hypocrite. You can't be that way. You come here to worship a living God. A living God. You're not here to worship me. You're not here to worship him. You're not doing that for us. You're not doing it for us. You're doing it for God. For the one who died for you on the cross. So why can't we give him our best when we're here? Did you talk to God today for at least 30 seconds? Did you at least say thank you for waking me up today? Or thank you for letting me be alive and nothing happened to me today? Did you talk to him today? Did you speak to him today? Or do you wait for services to come and speak to him? I'm tired of being in the same spiritual limbo. What do you want for 2015? And you tell him right now in your head. Is he all you want? Is he your first love? When you wake up in the morning, do you say thank you God, or do you grab your phone to get on Facebook or on Instagram to see what happened overnight? Did you say thank you to him first? Do you see how merciful God is with us? That we put everything else first, and then when we go home at night and it's time to sleep, we're too tired to get on our knees and say thank you. So instead we lay on the bed and pretend that we're saying something to God, and before you know it, we're what? So did you give God anything that day? In your head. Is he your first love? Is he your main priority in life? Is he alive to you? I know I said that, but is he alive to you? Is he alive in your life? Do you get up on Sunday mornings and say, I'm going to church today? On Friday nights, I'm going to youth service. Are you excited about it? I ask you that you have an encounter with God. So you know who God is in your life, and you still don't know who he is in your life. That 2015 be a year of encounter for you. What do I mean by that? If there's any gifts or talents that you have, that God brings them out. I want people that when they walk into those doors and see the youth, even if it's just us here, that we're united in one spirit, that we're loud. That we're so loud that when they're coming and getting out of the car, they think there's like about 20, 40 people in here, and instead it's only us. This is what I want for River of Life Church youth. A spirit of unity, a spirit of boldness, a spirit of authority, that we're not afraid to let God use us.
There's things that are in our lives that hold us back from believing God to do things in our lives, that even though we do have those things that hold us back, we want him to do in our lives. I remember always wanting to do great things for the Lord, but there was always things inside my heart, inside of my own life, that held me back. And only I knew, because only I knew who I was. The people around me didn't know who I was. The people around me didn't know those hidden compartments of my life. Right? Only God and I knew about those places. If we can say those little dark places in our lives where lies abound, where whatever it is that we deal with in our hearts, in our own life, right? So today, if there's anything that you need to ask God for forgiveness on, this is your time. This is your time to do it. So I ask you to close your eyes. Think about it. If you have to ask God for forgiveness for any reason, that you would do it right now. We all have to ask God for forgiveness, but I'm talking about specifically there's something in your life, if there's something in your life that is reoccurring and you're struggling with letting that go, whatever it may be. Sometimes it's just simply saying no to mom and dad. Arguing with our parents, that shouldn't be. Sometimes just not listening to our teachers. Me, even at work, our bosses. You know, those little things, they start building walls. They're like little blocks. And you put one on top of another, and sooner or later you have a wall that's between you and God, and that wall is called sin. And we have to let that go. We have to let those things go. We can't be that way. If we want God to use us, we have to let that go.
Before the throne of God, I have a strong and perfectly a great high priest whose name is love, whoever lives and pleads for me. My name is graven on his hands. My name is written on his heart. I know that while in heaven he stands, no tongue can bid me this deep.